What's going on, guys? The old truck, the old work truck, she let me down again. I was driving down the road last night, heading to the store, and I don't know what happened. Brakes went out, tried to stop, couldn't stop, and it was like it happened in slow motion. And I ended up swerving and hitting a pole rather than hitting anybody else. So today, I'm gonna be figuring out what happened to my brakes, cause they ain't working, and that ain't good. Stopping is no bueno. So today we're gonna work on that, figure out what's going on, figure out what's going on there. I did some research online because the brakes worked fine up until yesterday, and I was doing some research online because like when the brakes went out, you could hear like the ABS clicking, and I was doing from what I was reading online that it's a common issue. These sensors will get rust and stuff around them, and that'll happen. So before I buy a master cylinder or anything like that or a brake booster, I'm gonna check those sensors, see what's going on there, see how they look, and then go from there. So we'll do that first. See if that fixes the problem. Then if it don't, then we'll start spending money. So let's get started. Alright, so this is the damage that was done to my truck. As you can see right there, that's where I centered the pole. And so tore my bumper up pretty good. And here's the grill. And you can see the bottom of that grill is broken. It pretty much crunched it. And over here on the truck, see this frame bracket right here is bent. That frame bracket right there is bent. And then these oil cooler lines right there got pinched. So not ideal. And as you can see, I had my trailer, lawnmower, everything loaded up. I was going to plan on going to the land and do some work over there today, but not going to happen. We're going to work on this old girl. If we can get her back going by lunch, then we may go over the land, but let's get started. All right, guys, got the wheel off, tire off. Took absolutely forever. As you can see, this sensor right there, from everything I've read online, that's the culprit. We got to take that off and see how clean it looks. If it looks rusty or anything, and go from there. Hopefully, this line looks pretty new. It looks like somebody's replaced it before. So we're going to take it off, clean it up. Hopefully, that's the problem. We'll start there. Anyways, all right, I'm fixing to take it off real quick, and I'll show you. All right, we're going to see if we can get this sensor off. I grabbed, it's an Allen wrench, and well, I be darned, I got it on the first try. I grabbed about 40 Allen wrenches just in case. See
I found this on the web.
Siri, come on now. Let's see if we can get it broke loose. Ha. Anyways, what I was reading online about these is these sensors will get dirty and it won't read well. They get rust in them and that kind of thing. And that is the problem. I don't know if that's my problem, but it seems to be a common problem with these model trucks. So we are going to see that's the issue. Don't know though. Let me take this clip off the top. Give me some extra room. There we go. And you know, from what I was reading online, these things tend to, there we go. Well, it looks pretty clean, but I do see one problem. There's 3 shims on this thing. Why is there 3 shims? Everything I looked online when I was looking at people doing this, there was 1 shim. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. But it looks like it's got plenty of grease on it. Magnet works. So there is a little bit of debris. I don't know if you guys see it or not. I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. But I'm going to sand it down real quick, clean this thing off, and I'm going to take those shims out because I don't think there's supposed to be that many. A lot of the ones I was seeing online had 1 shim, or some guys were running none to get it as close as they could to that gear in there. So I'm going to sand her down, clean her up, and we'll go from there. Hey guys, the footage of me cleaning and sanding the other side didn't save, so here's me doing the opposite side. Alright guys, I think I found the one that is the problem child. As you can see, that thing is dirty. That thing is dirty. Dang, Siri's killing me. Alright. Let's get this one off. It is good nasty. So I think this one is likely the problem child. That thing is stuck. Where's my screwdriver? There it is. See if I can lift it free without it breaking. I'm trying to be easy. There it goes. It's trying to come. There we go. He's stuck in there good. Now I'm trying not to damage it. There we go. Come on. Come on. Got it. Oh yeah. Look at all that grit and stuff in there. Can y'all see that? Shoo! Does not look good. Can y'all see all that dirt in there? All that rust and everything. I think this one was the problem child. Let's see if I can clean it off first. Man. And I don't like this lip here. Yeah, she's dirty for sure. This one had 2 shims as well, which is really odd. Kind of messed that one up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. May have to use that other one from that other side. You know, I kept it. But this one still looks pretty good. So, let me clean it off. From what I was reading online about these and why this is such a problem is the way these things were designed. GM designed them. It's just not a good design. And they said that these things get dirt and rust and crud in them, and they just don't do good. So, and the sensor will start getting like a false reading because there's so much grime in there. Is it still working? Yeah, still works. So, doing the best I can to clean it up. I really don't like the way this sensor looks. The sensor looks like it's been messed with before or something. It just don't look straight. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. You guys see that? The sensor just looks like it's off kilter. So, can y'all see that? I don't know how well it's showing up. It just doesn't look straight. I think I'm going to replace that one. I've already got this much off, and I'm this far into it. I think this one needs to be replaced. Something's just not right with that one. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up, and then I may run to town. Well, I have to wait till Emily gets back, and then I'll run to town. But I need to go get, I think, a new one of those, and I'm hoping that'll fix the problem because that one just don't look right. But let me clean this up. I should have started on this side. That looks a lot better. There's a little bit of grit in that corner. And there's some grime in that hole. Let me see if I can get that out. It looks like some grit or something made it into this hole. It looks old and nasty. See if I can try to clean it out some. We're getting there. Get out of my way. You're no good. And hopefully this is going to fix my problem because I really don't want to be buying brake boosters and master cylinders, and it doesn't leak because it's full of brake fluid. I checked it. That's the first thing I checked last night. I was like, oh man, this thing's out of brake fluid, and I didn't even realize it. Nope, full of brake fluid, which makes me feel like I don't have a leak. And then, anyways, I was in a bad place last night, so I was researching and looking and figuring, trying to figure out everything I could, see what was going on. And I ran across this, and the more I dug into it, the more things I found about it saying this was a real problem. So, all right, that's pretty clean. It looks pretty good. And let me sand on it a little bit more real quick. Try to get that as rust free and smooth. And that is looking pretty good, I shall say. I don't like this cover here, how it's bent over. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be that way. It didn't look that way on the other one. So I may try to see if I can do something about that. All right, that looks pretty dang good right there. I think we're going to roll with that. And I'm going to go to AutoZone. I looked last night just to make sure. And they do have these sensors in stock. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go get one and replace this side because I just don't like the way that one looks. I don't know if it's showing up on camera or not, but she's definitely bent. And something's going on right here at the bottom. Looks like it's been hit or something. I don't know. So I'll get another one and then I'll put it back together. So hold tight, guys. I'm going to run to the store. I'll be right back. All right, guys. We are back at it. Got a new sensor here, and funny thing happened after I turned the camera off. I realized, how in the world am I going to make it to the parts store to get the part? And because my wife left, they went to town running errands. So I was like, well, crap, what am I going to do? Come to find out, AutoZone delivers. So heck yeah, our local AutoZone store called them. They had the part in stock, and they said, hey, we'll bring it to you. So shout out to AutoZone. Appreciate it. Took them about an hour to bring the part, which wasn't no big deal. Ended up just taking a break, eating some lunch, and the World Cup finals for drag racing is going on this weekend. So I took the time to catch up on that, see what was going on, and allowed me to see who was winning, that kind of thing. I think it's just qualifying going on right now, so I watched that. So that was pretty cool. All right, so now let's get this put on. Trying to remember how this thing threads on here. So it was ran through here. That old one, it ran through here. Like so. Get that. Trying to make sure it's run the same way. This thing went like that, and that clips there, and that goes into there. Uh-oh. I think I might see a problem. Oh no, it'll work. It'll work. We're good. Alright. So let me get all this hooked back up real quick. I kind of put this brake caliper in the wrong spot, but it'll be alright. It came with new little clips, so I can get rid of these. I'll stick that one back right there. I can pull that one out. I don't want to come out. Come on, you bugger. There we go. So, I was trying to get these little clips out right here. Got them out. And that will go there. And this clip into there, like so. I think there's a hole. Yeah, there's a hole right there. That clip back in. So, oh, that should be good. That'll clip there. Now what I want to do is, before I put them shims back on there, you obviously want to get this as close as possible to that little gear in there to make sure it's working good. So before I put all this together, alright, it works. So let's see where it puts us. That little piece right there, it's got this thing in a bind. I need to bend that over some more. That is that part of that old shield, and it's in the way, really. And I bet that's why that other sensor was kind of bent over, was because of that. It needs to be over some. I like that a lot better. So, why does that not want to go in the hole? Not the same sensor. Looks like it is. Maybe that hole is just dirty. Maybe that hole is just dirty. See if I can clean it.
Get some of that grime and stuff out of there. See if that did the trick. Supposed to be the right one. It just ain't going in there. You get the old one. See what it looks like. Because it sure ain't going in that hole. Even though they said it's the right one. Unless it's just a really tight fit. Which, I mean, it could be it. I really don't want to force it in there. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. Okay, it's going. It's just a tight fit. Maybe it is the right one. See, another problem I'm going to have, though. This has got to go. Because now it's hitting that. That's no bueno. Let's see if I can get it back out. Ooh. There we go. Yeah. There we go. It looks like it's just I don't know. It looks like it's just tight. It's the right one. It snapped in, so. Okay. Let me work on this real quick. I got to do something to get this bent over because it's in the way. And then we'll go from there. So, sit tight. Yes. Okay. Now, let's clean it back off real good. Make sure we got a good clean surface. Got my ring here clean. I've got everything like I want it. I'm going to test fit it first with just one O-ring and see how it looks and go from there. Get me some grease, put on it. Yeah, a little bit of grease. just to help it go in there good. Not a lot, but you know, help it slide in there. Put a little right there. Set that. Get a little bit more. This grease, hopefully, will just help with, maybe helps with some of the issues with rusting and that kind of stuff, or maybe it won't. I don't know, but we're gonna see. So, put this little shim back in there. Yeah. See what we got to work with here. It's real tight. I don't know if it's supposed to be that tight or not, but it's supposed to be the right one. Maybe it's just the brand. Don't know. Gotta make sure it's lined up good. I don't hear it hitting nowhere. So maybe that's good. Let's put the new screw in there. Let's tighten her down. Sounds pretty good to me. It don't seem to be acting like it's rubbing or anything. Sounds pretty good. So hopefully that fixed the problem. I don't know. But we'll put it all back together and see. I think that's all the way down. I hope I'm not hurting it by doing that. But it seemed to be like a extremely tight fit, so I'm just trying to make sure it's on there good. But all right, well, I think that's it. I'm gonna put it back together, and then we'll test drive it. All right, guys. Got all my tools and everything put back up. I'm fixing to take it on a test run, but before I take it on a test run, I am going to go ahead, throw my grill back on. The grill's broke, but it does still stay on and you know, function as a grill. It's just the chrome trim's cracked, but I want to put it back on just to protect this from bugs and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to throw it on real quick, and then we'll take it on its maiden voyage. All right, grill's back on. It's not looking real good, but it'll work for now. Like I said, just throwing it on here to protect all this, I will have to get another one, but at least until I can get one, this will be able to sit right here and ride. So, all right, let's take it for a test drive. All right, let's see if this is gonna work. Undo the emergency brake. I had the emergency brake on while I was working. All right, just pushing the pedal does feel like I got some pedal, so let's give this a shot. All right, the whole deal was at low speeds it didn't want to work. So seems to be working so far. Just go around the neighborhood. Gonna go around the neighborhood, hit the brakes a couple times, and just see. I also don't have any kind of ABS light on or anything on the dash, which is nice. So it's always a plus. All right, brake test. We stopped. Maybe that fixed the problem. I sure hope so. Let's try again. No ABS sound. You know that sound it makes like clicking or because its ABS is trying to kick on. None of that. So maybe it's working. Let's go around this corner real quick. All right, push the brakes. We're stopping. Huh, maybe that fixed it. Let me try a slam on them real quick. Heck yeah. It works. It works. Well, good deal. Maybe that sensor on the driver's side was bad because it's show working now. Well, good deal. All right, about to pull back in the driveway, hit the brakes one last time. Huh, it worked. Well, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and hopefully I'll be able to find a new bumper and a grill. I'll get that ordered, and we'll put that on next time. But for today, I got working brakes. I can drive it. Don't have to have a bumper. Doesn't look the greatest, but it's okay. Just be careful. Go slow riding around. And but at least this will get me around. So appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you next time.